Are these real, by the way? Did somebody actually submitted this? Oh my God.
I submitted, and I think probably mine was one of those long ones that you had to cut down.
Okay, we're good. Okay, so let's roll. We're gonna read some things.
Okay.
We'll connect and we'll talk about it.
Right now?
Yeah.
Two of my straight teammates regularly call each other gay as a joke.
One time I asked them why they do that, and they said it's just guy talk and not meant to be offensive.
I don't understand. So if guy talk is a joke, why am I the joke? You're not a joke. I feel like people using the word guy talk as a way to excuse their poor behavior.
This actually makes me angry. So if I'm thinking about slurs in general from my side, I don't personally like to compare, but for the individual, the impact is the same. In my personal opinion, no place for them, especially in a professional work environment.
Yeah, no, I get what they're saying. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a Libra, but I always just try to see, you know, both sides there. Like, not everybody is going to say something's gay to be malicious. Hi, I'm Manuel Vargas. I'm part of the Pride ERG, which is a collective that really helps and supports the queer folk that work here at Monday. And my pronouns are they, them, and theirs.
As a teenager, I was scared of coming out. I remember being called a freak or that my existence was a disgrace to my parents. My mental health started to get worse, and I almost ended my life when I felt lost. Gladly, I found allies in my team of colleagues in my workplace, and here I feel so happy and proud to be showing who I really am.
I want to hug this person.
Wow. I can relate to this a lot more than you realize, and it's hard. But I'm really happy that you found your community and that you found people who make you feel safe and seen, because we all deserve that, and I'm proud of you. But yeah, I've been in these shoes. I know what it's like to go to sleep and pray that you don't wake up the next morning. So, but thankfully I'm not there anymore. Things get better.
I identify as a bisexual woman, and I've been in relationships with both women and men in the past. Right now, I'm in a loving straight relationship, and I'd like to come out as bisexual to my team. Coming out at work to me means showing who I really am. A unique thing about being bisexual, and especially at work, it can sometimes feel irrelevant. And over time, I came to understand, like, it's not really true. It is important for the people in your world to know about you and who you are. It's kind of scary to do this now, here, on camera, coming out at work. But if you're gonna do it, do it.
I'm also bisexual, but I'm married to a woman, and I think I have to live up to that expectation that I'm a lesbian. And sometimes I refrain from making a comment or like talking about my ex-boyfriends because it was so hard to get here to where I can finally say, hey, I love women, that it feels like I'd be taking a step back. Hi, I'm Christina Farah, and I'm queer, very queer.
Hi, my name is Dana, and I am a queer woman. I am a cisgender woman and like dressing more masculine, but because of that, I get routinely misgendered. It makes me feel as if I'm not really allowed to dress unless it fits the bill of how a woman should dress. I have countless situations where I'm misgendered and I get called all these like masculine terms all the time. And then I have an internal struggle of like, okay, wait, do I go with this? A lot of the times I find myself like, I'll lower my voice so that I sound like a boy and meet their expectations. Or alternatively, they'll figure it out and then they'll look me up and down and it's like, oh, wait, no, and then that moment is probably the reason like I avoid the conversation because it's just so awkward.
As a sales rep, you're encouraged to bring your full self to work. However, the culture can be very intense. I often caught myself lowering my voice on purpose to sound more masculine because if I speak in a normal tone, I feel like a target. I definitely can relate to this, not here at Monday, but in my previous sales role. I've never lowered my voice. I can't. I could, but it won't last long. I did feel like oftentimes I had to pretty much like blend in with the crowd.
Ooh, I've seen this happening. As a manager who needs to deal with this type of situation in a group environment, I definitely had like a very hard policy. I'll just act.
You think that has to do with your South American roots?
Maybe. Honestly, I don't know. I'll just know how I'll react. My name is Alex Donio. I work for monday.com, leading the sales and business development team for the rest of the world. I'm, and it's weird to say supporter. I'll say that I just live side by side equally.
You can say ally.
I like that word. I like that word, ally.
There's absolutely a responsibility in an allyship. It's practice, it's active. It's a conscious choice. It's a loud choice.
When I decided to come out to my parents, it went terribly and I felt really depressed. At that time, I had heard my colleagues speak about LGBTQ+ issues in a slightly negative tone.
And I realized how I don't always feel safe sharing about mental health issues at work.
This really meets me personally in terms of coming out to parents and family, because it was only a few years ago that my brother came out to me. In some ways, I wish my brother had come out to me earlier, because then I could have been an ally for him earlier.
This needs to be top priority. Regardless of how you define yourself, how you identify yourself, regular people go through the same kind of thing.
I also want to take this chance to highlight, when you say regular people, I think you need to be careful on what you mean. It's kind of talking about a group that you're excluded from. See what I mean?
Absolutely. Thanks for that. And by the way, if I may, how would you describe that? What will be the right terminology that you will feel it's more appropriate?
I wouldn't say regular people. I would say straight people or people who are not in the LGBTQ+ community.
Yeah, and also from my side, it's like these are some rules that came out of the box or as default for some, but not for everyone. So for me, it's like a great opportunity to incorporate that into my toolbox of rules.
Calling someone out for it is uncomfortable, but receiving the call out is more uncomfortable, and that's where growth happens.
Hi, my name is Idan, and I'm a straight male, I guess. I don't really say this anytime, and I don't feel really connected to it.
Why don't you feel the need to identify yourself?
Because I guess for me it's a non-issue.
My partner and I are currently going through a surrogacy process, and when I talk about this at work, I often get asked very casually, who is the biological father? This question makes me feel very uncomfortable. We are both the fathers, and the decision to share who the biological father is a very intimate and personal question. Reading all of these is kind of making me feel a little bit like, maybe we should just go back to a time where we drew a really hard line between your personal life and your work life. Not because we shouldn't understand each other and know each other, and just because it's a lot. Like, you open one portion of your life and there are questions.
I wouldn't ask this question, but I think when you present yourself with this, you are like 100 levels ahead of the person that's in front of you. He doesn't know what it is to be you, and it's like he's in level 1 and you are in level 100, and it may come from the best intention.
I didn't think I was going to share, but my wife and I are going through reciprocal IVF, and I think people don't mean to offend you, even though it's weird. It's just so unfair, right? That we don't get the chance to make a baby that is half yours and half mine. It looks like both of us a little. I get it. But you're both the fathers, and we're both the moms.
It's so clear to me that everyone has a story.
This didn't upset me because these are things, like, nothing here surprised me.
There is so much that people carry with them, and we don't know how it is to be a person that feels that is not acceptable.
I'm sure there are even more that were not submitted.
Thank you. This was really fun.
Should I leave the way I came in or the other way? The way I came in? Okay.